My name is Johnson. I'm 33 years old. Before last year I was alone. I had no girlfriend, no one to wake up to, no one to call just to hear her voice. I had friends, yes, but the nights felt long and quiet. I would come home to silence, eat alone, and fall asleep scrolling through my phone. I started to believe love wasn't for people like me. Then Naomi came into my life. We met at a friend's housewarming. She was standing by the balcony, laughing, holding a drink, and talking to someone. I wasn't even going to attend that event. But something pulled me there, and now I think that something was her. I didn't approach her right away. I just kept watching her from a distance. Something about the way she smiled. I knew I had to talk to her. When I finally did, it felt like we had known each other for years. Our conversation flowed easily. No awkward pauses. She listened when I spoke, asked questions, and even joked about how quiet I was. We exchanged numbers that night, and I remember staring at her contact saved on my phone for hours. From that day, we talked every day. Morning messages, voice notes during lunch, late-night calls. She made me feel seen, like I mattered. When she asked about my day, I could tell she actually cared. I started smiling more. I started looking forward to things. I would count down the hours to when I'd see her or hear her voice. She said she wasn't looking for just fun. She wanted something serious. I told her I wasn't perfect, but I was loyal. I was honest. I was ready to give love a real chance. She smiled and said, "That's all I've ever wanted." And I believed her. A few months later, we became official. Naomi was beautiful, and I was proud to call her mine. We went everywhere together, dates, picnics, movie nights, weddings. I took pictures of her when she wasn't looking. I'd watch her sleep beside me and wonder how I got so lucky. She wasn't just my girlfriend. She became my best friend. The first person I wanted to talk to when something good happened. The only person I wanted to talk to when things went wrong. I trusted her with everything. She had my house key, my passwords. She could use my ATM card if she needed anything. I even helped her with bills when her job got tough. I never questioned her. I believed love needed trust, so I gave it all. But things started changing around the 6th month. She became different. She stopped calling me baby. Her replies became short, cold. Sometimes she would go hours without texting back. I'd call, and she'd say she was tired, or just not in the mood to talk. First, I gave her space. I didn't want to be too clingy. But the space kept growing. One weekend, she told me she was going to visit her cousin. I offered to drive her, but she said she had already made plans. Something felt off, but I said nothing. That Saturday night, I couldn't sleep. My chest felt heavy. I had a weird feeling in my gut. So I drove past her cousin's house. And it was dark. No car. No sound. No sign of Naomi. I didn't want to believe the worst. Maybe she changed plans and forgot to tell me. Then came the night that broke me. A friend of mine called me. He sounded nervous. He said, "Bro, I don't want to get involved, but I think you should see something." He sent me a photo. It was Naomi. At a bar, sitting close to a guy I had never seen before. His hand on her waist. Her lips close to his ear. They weren't just talking. I froze. My hands were shaking. I tried to call her, but it went to voicemail. I drove to her apartment. Her car was there. The lights were on. I knocked, no answer. I waited, pacing. My chest felt like it would explode. Finally, the door opened. She looked shocked. "Johnson, what are you doing here?" I showed her the photo. She looked away. Then she sighed. "You weren't supposed to see that." My heart sank. "So it's true." She said nothing. "After everything I've done for you, all the love I gave you, this is how it ends?" She tried to explain. She said she was confused. That the guy was someone from her past. That I was too good, and she didn't feel like she deserved me. She blamed her emotions, stress, timing. everything except herself. I stood there, listening to a woman I once loved turn into someone I didn't recognize. I walked away that night. I didn't look back. For weeks I was broken, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I stared at old photos and replayed memories in my mind. I blamed myself, wondered if I missed signs, wondered if I wasn't enough. But the truth is, I gave her my heart, and she crushed it. I was loyal, I was kind, I was patient, and she chose someone else. It's been months now. I'm not the same. I'm quieter, more careful, but I'm healing. I've learned that not everyone you love will love you back the same way, and that's not your fault. She cheated because she lacked loyalty, not because I lacked value. I still believe in love, but next time I'll protect my peace first. I'll love again, but only someone who knows how to keep love sacred. Because once I trusted her, but she cheated. And now, I trust myself more than anyone else. I'll love again, but only someone who knows how to keep love sacred. Because once I trusted her, but she cheated. And now, I trust myself more than anyone else. Months passed. I stayed away from dating. I needed time to rebuild myself. I focused on work, started going to the gym, and spent more time with family. Something I hadn't done in a long time. I even picked up an old hobby, drawing. At night, when the silence felt heavy, I'd sit by the window and sketch whatever came to mind. It helped me feel something again. Then one evening, out of nowhere, I got a message. "Hey, can we talk?" It was Naomi. I stared at the message for a long time. My chest tightened. I had deleted our old chats, photos, everything. But her name still hit differently. I didn't reply. A few days later, she showed up at my office. She waited by my car until I came out. "Johnson, please, just give me 5 minutes," she said. I looked at her. She seemed smaller, quieter. Her eyes were tired. She wasn't the same woman I remembered. Or maybe I was finally seeing her clearly. She told me she was sorry, that she made the biggest mistake of her life, that the guy she left me for ghosted her, that he used her and moved on. She said she realized what she lost too late. "I didn't know what real love was until I lost it," she whispered. "You were the only man who ever truly cared about me." I listened, not because I wanted to take her back, but because I needed closure. "You didn't lose me by accident, Naomi. You let me go," I said. "I gave you all of me. You gave someone else your attention. That wasn't love. That was betrayal." Tears ran down her face, but I didn't move. A year ago, I would have hugged her. Today, I felt nothing but calm. "You said I was too good for you. You were right." I got into my car and drove away. That was the last time I saw her. Now I look back, not with pain but with strength. I survived something that once crushed me. I turned heartbreak into growth. And I learned that closure doesn't come from them apologizing. It comes from knowing you did everything right, and still walked away when respect was no longer served. I'm not bitter. I'm better. And when the right woman comes along, someone honest, loyal, and real, I'll love again. But this time I'll make sure she deserves it.